Hey, all, welcome back to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar and another top 5 list of 2025. Now, as you all know, every year we have one list that may not be the most celebrated.
Well, celebrated for maybe not the right reasons.
That's true. But we only feel it to be the right thing for our community, for our family, for our people out there. We have the top 5 of all these different whiskey categories that we thought was just fantastic. We also have to give you, we feel compelled. It's just a responsibility that we feel is on our shoulders to give you what we deem to be the most disappointing of 2025. So that's the video today. We're going to share some things with you. There's quite a few bottles up here. There's some sets of things, some individual bottles. And listen, it doesn't mean that every one of them had to taste horribly.
Correct.
It's not about that. There might be disappointing for various reasons.
Yeah. So we'll go over that when we're talking about that as well. So
Sure.
I think you have more than I do on that side.
It's a few over here. I hate to do it, but the first one I got to put out here is this Borchetta bourbon. And the reason why I hate to do it, because it was given to me, and I thank the folks out there at Borchetta for sending me this bottle. I'm very thankful, very appreciative of that. But this is their small batch bourbon, Trenton, and it is extremely crafty. You really? Okay.
I remember this one.
All right.
But
it's extremely crafty, and the oak in there is very raw. Now, I will tell you this. Marcus, my good friend Marcus at the Bourbon Judge, if you're not watching his channel, you should. What's your thought?
It's very crafty. It's cardboard. It's like if you put peanut butter on cardboard, use the cardboard as the bread. It's very oaky. It's got a little ways to go, I think, but
yes. Now, what I was saying at the time, Marcus, my good friend Marcus, our good friend Marcus, the Bourbon Judge, he actually did a show to where he included their cask strength as well. I don't know if that was given to him. I don't remember. It's been too long ago. And he had better words for the cask strength.
This is 80 proof.
Correct. It's 80 proof, maybe with more maturation, maybe with the cask strength involved as well. Yeah. It might have been a different story, but for the bottle that I have here, it's unfortunate that it had to land on one of our top 5 disappointing of 2025.
Next one, if you've watched the show on this, you would not be surprised. This is the Woodford Sweet Oak Bourbon, the Master's Collection, batch 21. This was aged in Chinkapin Oak, and I usually love Chinkapin Oak. Yeah, and there was a time when these used to be $100 bucks. I think I got my first one back in like 2019. I can't remember why I chose to purchase this one. I think I wanted to give it another shot and just see if we were maybe being a little bit unfair.
Is Chinkapin, Trenton?
Well, yeah, that's what
both of us are on that train. We should give it a shot. I mean, we've have several, even some scotch that I'm looking at right over here on this other, right across the shelf from the camera.
Rasse?
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's fabulous, and so I believe it's the Chinkapin that drew me in.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what it was for me too. And the price point on this one was not steep. I think it was $180 to $200, somewhere in that general realm, and it's just not good. What blows my mind too is that you like Brown Foreman, with Woodford Reserve and Jack Daniels and Old Forester. Obviously, they want to keep them as separate entities and have their own distinctive characteristics. But I have yet to be absolutely floored by anything from Woodford Reserve, especially minus their double oak, but especially there's Master's Collections. I don't understand.
There's only been one that I had, that Jay had, that I thought was really good. And I don't remember what that was exactly, but you had even asked me, do we want one? And I said, no, probably not. Just because it's just not our thing. But that was pretty good. But past that, I haven't had one.
Now, I will say I don't think we did a video on this, but we also have the Woodford Reserve. Did we do a video on the rye?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I can't remember if we did. I tasted it when we were at Bourbon on the Banks. Shout out to Tom Morrow who brought it, I believe, and allowed us to taste it, and I recall it being quite good. It's also over there. That's the latest from Woodford Reserve in terms of their like Masters collection. I don't know if that's considered their Masters collection or not. That I think was worth a purchase for some. This I would say is a must pass for everybody. Honestly, I do not think this is a good bottle.
Hey, and as we're going down this list, we're up for whatever rebuttal that you want to put in the
Please.
comments, honestly. If you feel that we're a little bit off our rocker on any of these here, let us know.
Please do.
Let us know, because this is just Trent and I. This did not go through a panel of tasters. This did not. This list did not. We did not put it out to friends and family. This is just Trent and myself. So this is our palates and our opinions only. So keep that in mind. The next one, I was underwhelmed when we did the video, and it actually landed on this unfortunate list. But it's the WhistlePig, the 10-year Snout and Tail Bourbon. This one here should have remained on the Snout and Tail. It just was not good. And I hate to give knuckles for stuff like this because it's not a good feeling up here behind the camera to do these sorts of videos. But once again, as I said at the beginning, I think it's somewhat our responsibility. Trenton, it's not good. That's all. It just doesn't taste good. It's really not. It's like, and one thing it wasn't, which I'm happy for, it wasn't like extremely overpriced. It was like $80 or something. But
still, though, man, for $80 for an 88 proofer.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I don't. I think with this, I was excited because usually when you see WhistlePig, it's usually the very expensive $600-$800, the Samurai. What do they call those? The Boss Hogs.
Boss Hogs.
Yes, and then they have 21-year and 30-year stuff that is just it's sitting on shelves. Nobody's buying it.
It's just way too expensive.
And I saw this, I was like, okay, now we're talking. I don't think I saw the proof when I purchased this, but I was like, okay, we're talking a 10-year, 88 proof, for $80, worth a shot, for the proof point, price point, age point, everything else like that. And it was just a huge letdown. Yeah. Between this year, Sir Davis, because this is owned by LVMH. The Sir Davis was LVMH, the Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy group, whatever.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it. Please let us know if you tried this and like it, because unfortunately, I don't think either of us are really feeling this release.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you.
Please.
Because I introduced this bottle, but I'm going to introduce the next as well.
Okay.
Because that one over there is going to remain to be the last.
Okay.
And
well, here's what we'll do.
Trenton went home to his garage to get that.
We were trying to find another bottle that I thought might have been in the garage, and it wasn't.
And that's a positive, though. Because this list was not an easy...
No, it was not.
No, it was not an easy list to compile. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot that I would consider to even put on a list of most disappointing.
No.
There just wasn't a lot of that this year, so that's a good thing.
We're going to put this last one in the middle here if you want to kind of set yours up on the right.
On the right? Okay, I can do that. I'm going to do this as a set. And once again, please keep in mind, this list doesn't mean everything tastes bad. But I'm going to set out all 3 releases this year of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Bourbon.
You got room on the right if you want to put it on there.
Okay. All 3. Now, let me just take care of a few things right now. Are all 3 bad? No. Do all of them taste terrible? No. My point of it is, I'm trying to say this the right way, because this really hasn't landed yet to where I feel Booker's is with their releases, because for me Booker's is down here a little bit more. But as the years go on, I'm just concerned of where Elijah Craig barrel proof releases are going, and why are we doing this? I'm not a boss of a distillery. I don't own a distillery. I don't work at a distillery. So there may be some answers somewhere down the line. But for me, none of these this year were overwhelmingly good. All of them, to my recollection, were pretty good, just okay. Just okay. They're not bad. my point of it all has been and will remain to be, as I've stated in other videos, why are we doing 3? Why are we still releasing 3 when one of these are even a 9-year? Why not just conserve your barrels and put out one banger release of an Elijah Craig barrel proof for a couple of years and get back on track? Now, that doesn't mean that every release has to be as good as some of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that, right? The fact of the matter is, though, these are sitting on shelves everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And that's a
I'm saying that
fact.
too.
They're sitting on shelves. Everybody that's been into bourbon, been collecting bourbon, has about 15 of these on their own shelves. They're not going to buy anymore unless they hear that something is very good. So why are we doing this? Well, why is this even happening at this point? I don't know. So unfortunately, please let me know if you think this is my idea too, not Trenton's. This one's on me. But in my opinion, there are just a few words that had to be said about it. So here I am.
Yeah, I think just to add another point to that, like, I feel like Elijah Craig barrel proofs, you were what, 13 years? A couple years ago? They were just like standard 13.
Yeah, and there's one in here, Trenton, too, that's got a little bit of age to it, but it just, they're just okay. That's a 10-year, 7-month. That was a 9-year, 1 month. And this one here is the 11-year, 6 months. So this one here has some age to it.
Which one is that? The A? Oh, that's the B.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like, this was one of the best possible deals I think that you could have gotten a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about, these were what, $65, $70, and you're talking about a 13-year barrel strength Heaven Hill product, everybody was clamoring for these.
Oh, yeah.
Now when they're $75, $80 and they're 9-year and you're pumping out 3 a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to be 12-year age stated,
mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, 12-year, that's right.
Yeah, they used to be 12-year age stated, and you can roll the dice that most of those are going to be pretty darn good at 12 years. Most of them's going to be pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
And then the age stated went away, and then they came out with a couple that were bangers in that 13-year,
Yeah.
But for the most part, the majority of the Elijah Craig barrel proof releases, makes me sad to say, are just okay.
And I think we'll see how next year goes, but as of, maybe we'll do a video on this, things, I'm not buying Booker's anymore, and I'm not buying Larceny barrel proofs anymore. I'm hoping that we don't have to add the Elijah Craig to the list, but it just hasn't been something that I think have been worth the purchase.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Last but not least, man, I'm going to move this over just a smidgen.
All right. Let's make room.
This was entirely self-inflicted, and I'm just going to bring it out.
You should.
This is that Buffalo Trace, what do they call it? Hold on. I'm not prepared for this. Prohibition Collection.
I don't even know. I don't really care, right?
There's cobwebs on this. This has been sitting in my garage.
I'm still irritated, honestly. About this.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I was expecting, because I'm not the biggest fan of Buffalo Trace. I think their products are good. Are they worth the hype? In my opinion, no, they're not. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, they're bringing back some brands, and this is straight marketing from them, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. And I still pulled the trigger on it, fully knowing that.
Yep.
I was like, cool, they're reviving some of these brands, and the packaging is like paying homage to how things were done back pre and post prohibition in the early 1900s, 1930s, 40s, stuff like that, when some of the best bourbon was coming out, just period.
Yeah, and Trenton has a real. He's drawn to vintage.
I love old
whiskeys
stuff
in general. Not even just whiskeys. He's got old Campari over there. He's got an old Beefeater gin over there. He just enjoys vintage type spirits. So I could see why this caught your eyeball.
Sure,
I could see that.
And if they were trying to market to somebody like me, they succeeded, because I purchased one of these. And I was excited about it. And we did a tasting on this, and it was the most disappointing thing I think I've ever tasted.
Well, and mainly because as we're tasting through it, what was our price point?
This was, I think, $1,000 or $1,200 for 5 375s. And there was one in here that I remember was pretty good, the rye. But even then, if you split the price, it's $250 for a 375. You're paying $500 for a 750.
No.
Nah.
Come on.
Um,
I wish I would have been there with him that day.
yeah. Well, then you wouldn't have this beautiful bookcase-looking thing.
And if you recall, and I think I told the folks out there when we did this video, this isn't staying in my basement. So,
and it's not even staying in my basement. This is worthy of a garage spot. And I have a cat that goes in my garage and brings dead animals in there. So this is right by those. I haven't tasted these in a while. I think probably since we did the video where we had a couple folks down and we tasted them. Eric, I think, tried some of these. I said it again.
Sorry, Eric. Bleep that out, Kyle.
But yeah,
you know what? It may have been okay for some, but I'm still irritated about it. I'm still irritated about the price point. But you know what, Trenton? They put it out there because somebody's going to buy it. So, well,
that begs the question too, because I mean, they're coming out with another William LaRue or a Weller. It's like an 18-year wheat. The Millenniums are sitting everywhere for $7,000 or so. They can't even sell them for below MSRP.
$7,000.
They came out with an E.H. Taylor Council's release or something. That's $1,500 MSRP. So I don't know at this rate. The quality is getting less. The price is getting more, and it's sad to see.
Yeah.
Well, I could go on about that for a while, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I've held my peace actually pretty good.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I am. That's one video that people actually messaged me and said, we could tell by the looks on your face that was for real. That was some for real disappointment. And it was. It was a hard video to get through, to be honest with you. Hey, we have a channel. We've got to be able to purchase more bottles than we need, that's for sure, in order to keep you guys up in the loop of different products. And I get that. And it's not that I haven't made some bad choices and purchases as well through the years, so I'm not going to blame them the rest of my life over it, but it was just deflating, to say the least. So I'm going to say right here, right now, this is the most disappointing of 2025 is right here. The other stuff, there really was no chronology on the list. I mean, it wasn't like this is first, this is last, or whatever. It was just some bottles we wanted to put out in front of you that we thought were disappointing for various reasons. But this is definitely the most disappointing of everything in 2025, for sure. It's up for sale, actually. Anybody that's interested, email Trenton.
Please don't. Please don't. My inbox is already full.
If we can get a couple hundred out of it, we'll take it.
You're killing me, man. I'm going to give you my credentials to my email and you're going to answer them, because I know when I wake up, when this video comes out, it's just going to...
I'm only kidding. You all know that.
But you open the door up, so it's going to happen.
You know what? And one day, when Trenton's bar is actually finished in his basement, I want this front and center somewhere. I want this baby, like, if I know Michelle, she'll come up with something fancy dancy, because I do have, as you know, in my whiskey tasting room, I have my crazy purchase in there. The old Kentucky Owl, or what was Kentucky Owl?
Kentucky Owl.
Yeah, that silly purchase that I made. It's front and center in a whiskey tasting room because everybody knows about it and all. So this is going to be the same for you.
What better way to remind you of your mistakes than to have them front and center all the time? Yeah.
It's all right. It happens. All right, guys. Once again, please let us know your thoughts, and I'm sure you will. And I'll make sure. I really do. I mentioned that in Monday's video as well. I love reviewing the comments on our top fives.
Yeah. Because
we get a lot of different opinions, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's about whiskey drinking. It's about community. It's about family. It's about giving. It's about empathy. That's what our community is. We're good people, and everybody has their thought process and what should be on the top fives, and I'm interested to hear from y'all. So, all right, guys, that's all we got for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trenton and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.